can see that this is New Year, right?
Yes.
New you. Got to come back to temple, nice, very nice. Great. Very well, yeah. So, yeah, we felt like it's a long time. We only met here last Sunday.
Yeah.
But it felt like not a week, right? Yeah, most of it was last year. Oh, right. It was last year. Last year. Oh my God, it was funny. But yeah, it was nice time we had. Great. So we'll continue with our studies as usual. And coming up in 2024, we want to evaluate ourselves, how much transformation we want to see in ourselves. So we continue with the blessings of Prabhupada through his teachings and see how we all can help ourselves and help others too whenever it's needed and whenever it's possible to give help to become more and more what? Blank. Let's see.
Krishna conscious.
Krishna conscious. Make it more personal. That's very general term nowadays.
Make it more personal.
Yeah.
More aware of our devotional service. More closely scrutinize how much we want to do devotional service. Scrutinize own time.
Anyone else want to help out? She says one word, very nice. Close.
More of like a stock check and then see where we stand from last year.
That's good. But let's use the word closer in our mind because that's the thing I'm looking for.
Become closer to
Krishna. You want to, right?
closer.
You said in a hesitating way. Closer to Krishna, closer to somebody else. Then Krishna later on, mostly this happens, We get closer to Krishna anyways after some problems in our life. Krishna, I tried everything. So we have so many pastimes here of Dhritarashtra and other three people who have difficulties in their lives. At the end, where they go? Krishna. Draupadi used to say, Krishna, they help me. My husband's helped me. Family helped me. Then Krishna can help me out. What did Krishna say? When Draupadi asked Krishna to help her at that time, what did Krishna say?
No.
He said yes.
Yeah, but she called out to Krishna, and then after she called out to Krishna, then she really called out to Krishna, and then
What did Krishna say?
You should have called me first.
What was waiting for the call?
Oh, waiting.
Call me, waiting for the call. He is always waiting for a call, but the problem we don't call him because something else ran and called Krishna. So, we want to make Krishna more closer. Okay. So let's begin. Why you are here? Thank you. Lena, you to sit there? Come in. Yeah. Sorry, it's like a school room, classroom. And I'm the bed principal. Good. Nice. Soon roll. Try it. You ahead with this one?
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः।
Let's go. Yes, Nami.
स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपाय ददाति स्वपदन्तिकम्।
श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागरं रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण
Yeah, try to make it more smooth next time, read it at home. So, because what happens sometimes we memorize and we don't memorize properly to it. We're going to take some time. Suresh Prabhu, you're back. Welcome back.
Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Dharatpade गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते.
Ushamani, you know, by heart. You try.
सप्तकाञ्चा गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वमानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये.
Salai. Let's see Salai. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, next time sit up straight, okay? And then you say, it's very lovely to do this one. Take the microphone.
Behind you. Over everywhere.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri
Advaita
Oh, Mani, let's try. You will try this one? Give her a microphone. You're going to chant this prayer up here. This one. The microphone is there. No? Manisha, you know, help her out. She will help you out. Your friend will help you out. Okay, both of you together. Yeah, see, that's nice. Okay. This one.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Very nice. Thank you for coming once again with all of us. Okay, so let's start with something. Don't say it right now. There is one chapter in Bhagavad Gita, of course if you read you will know. And there's one text in Bhagavad Gita which translates into, and don't say an answer, open up an answer, of course, the usual. Translates into Krishna's promise. So you know it. Okay. Let's see who else knows Krishna's promise. You know it. Right? Raise your hand. People not sure to raise your hands. Now I'll ask you guys, please, if I want to see, if I want to ask you. Raise your hands if you can coin these two words into the shloka mentioned in the Gita, equates to Krishna's promise. Krishna's promise, which chapter? Let's see, let's maybe go for the chapter first. Which one?
I think Prabhu chapter 10,
Chapter 10. And which shloka?
10.
What is
shloka.
shloka?
I don't remember. I don't remember the meaning.
No, do the meaning is in English?
That
Something?
if you show devotional service towards me, I don't remember the translation,
Okay.
but if you show devotional service towards me, I will show you Krishna's promises. I'll show you the path to come back to me.
Okay. Very good, Mother. You read it?
I mean, I don't remember the exact translation words.
No,
but
what did
yes.
you read this? What did you read this?
So Bhagavad Gita also on my own.
Okay, very good. This one over here. On my own. On your own, on our own. So make sure you are reading. This point, keep reading. So that's a good one. But I'll show you another one. Any other one? Anyone else? Subhu?
I can speak in Hindi for that translation.
Which one?
The same one.
Same one. Okay. What? Hindi.
सदैव मुझे नमस्कार करो, मेरे भक्त बनो, मेरी पूजा करो और मेरा चिंतन करो. इस प्रकार तुम निश्चित रूप से मेरे पास आओगे, मैं तुम्हें वचन दूंगा. That's what Sri Krishna says.
Okay, very nice. So what chapter? Oh, different. Chapter 934.
Maybe, yeah.
Ah, alright. Yeah, 934. What's that 934?
934 is
Bhakto Madhyaji Brahmanas Guru. Okay. Anyone else? Usually good.
there are many
Many. Yeah, good. See.
1866 Sarvadharman Padityaja.
Oh, actually, no. That was the disclaimer. Not that one. Yeah, not that one.
There's 931.
Okay.
931 and the second part it says Pratijani Kaunteya Name Bhakta Parashara.
It never finishes.
Declares boldly, O Krishna, also my devotee never perishes.
Okay. Very well. Have you been reading? No? Okay. So, give a guess. Those who want to know about never returns. Okay? Anyone else sitting on the elevated positions, in chairs? Yeah. Krishna's promise. You want to know right now, huh? You want to know. Huh?
Paritranaya
Pratyanaya sadhanam. I'm taking care of all the devotees who are devoted to me. Okay, good one. But he's already disclaimer, put a disclaimer there. Only sadhus. Only sadhus are protected.
All sadhus, you
No.
go have to go to the jungle for that.
No, not that way. Practicing, you know. Not everyone practices. We are practicing devotees. Not everyone is not that level. The rules on that level, pure devotees. Sadhus is pure devotees. We are still working on the way up. Manisha opening the notes. Bro, we'll try.
Through some like Chatur Sloka, there are some important prompts.
Okay, that 10, 8 to 10, 11, that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good one too. Okay, let me give you a hint. Chapter 9.
One, and the time of
He will say all the slokas, then we'll keep on this. Which one?
927,
Oh my gosh, very close.
928.
Very close.
Those are the only two I know. I don't know what 929 is,
Okay.
or 926,
No.
that area. All the numbers.
925, 26, he says, but from
Oh, then 927 where it says complete everything.
Anybody else? 9, I give you the hint. Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema. You only love Krishna.
Is it 921?
Huh? No, this is not one. I just put something else as well. Confuse you guys. Confuse you guys. Yeah, you guys. Okay, go ahead and do this one. This is the Krishna's promise. This is promise because you know I in this there's no condition. You come to me, then I give you this. Not that like that. Very, very nice slogan. Now, some of you have recognized this slogan. You know, okay. Most of you know this slogan. This is called Krishna's promise. So Krishna promise, you read this one for us. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ye jana phan upashate. Esha nitya viyuktanam. Yoga shema bhavanam. Go have you read the translation?
But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have.
To them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. This is the promise of Krishna. And this is the Yoga Shema Mahamyam. Shema means protection, Yoga means requirements. He is promising that I will preserve whatever we have. So what we have right now, a little devotion, he will protect that much within us. And whatever we are missing, whatever we need to get more to make it sadhuna, proper devotee. Right now we are bhaktas, we are not devotees yet. He will provide us the means. The only thing we require to do is what? No, devotion, but what devotion? No. Yes. Exclusive devotion. Only who? Only Krishna. Not this, and everybody, and also Krishna is also there. Like if you go to any of the Hindu temples, you see so many deities, everyone is there. If this one doesn't help me, maybe this one will help me. This one doesn't help, this one will help me. Krishna says, no, you come to me, I'll give you everything. And why does he want to give us everything? What is the goal of doing that on Krishna's part? Why does he want to give us everything? Exactly, say loudly.
Oh, so that we go back to them?
Because he wants us back with him. Now, who else has said this, that I want you back home safely and be with me? I don't want to wander around and here and there begging Verizon, give me money, I'll work for you, begging environmental, begging this, begging. They were begging, right? They're begging the people, the companies. Give me some money, please, I'll do this work for you. I'll work 8 hours, I'll work 10 hours for you, 12 hours for you. Please give me the money. We're begging or no?
Yeah.
Krishna said, like, okay, parents who have kids, do you want to see your kids begging? Huh? On the streets? When I was in my country from Fiji, so we always, the people who beg on the streets, we really see them very, very poor and very, distressed conditions, but we want to help them too, right? Because I think when you help them with something high knowledge, they don't want that. They don't end up begging only. Even if you find some, like my mom used to work for a social worker, so you used to give them a good place to stay. They'll stay there for a week, but then they come back for begging. Because it's ingrained so much in them, they love this begging so much, that they just want to beg more. Even though they found a better place to stay, a better place to live. This is our condition. We also had a better place, we are don't want to work on that right now. So yeah, Krishna wants us back. That's why he wants to provide us everything. Now, this is, who can say these things? Who is really concerned and caring about us? Right? That's how a person who's at that level can do this for. Otherwise, everyone will say. Okay, now, before we move on to the purport, I'll do a small exercise. Now, I want a few of you here. This is Krishna's promise. So, Mother Usha, can you tell this, what you heard here, even in Hindi, to Mother, your friend there, what you read here? What you read here, what you heard from this, tell her this. Maybe in your own language, in our own way. Asta Madi ji, बताओ. उसको देखो, उसको देखो.
कृष्ण मत बोलता है कि जब भी मेरी पूजा करेंगे मतलब श्रद्धा से भक्ति से तो मैं जो मेरे जो चाहते हैं वो मैं.
Okay, good. Now, Guru tell this to Krishna. Little louder so we can all see. Nothing wrong.
So Krishna is saying that if your mind is just solely focused on him and you're constantly practicing devotional service, then he will carry you what you lack.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Preserve what you have and
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You're all saying the right way, but I want you guys to relax a little bit and forget the tone here, the temple tone. Normal outside way, right? So we open the tell this to Kalash.
Krishna is saying here that those who always worship with exclusive devotion, meditating on his form, just devotion, like doing worship to the Lord here, exclusive devotion, one focus, and you meditate on his standing and form. To them, he cries what we lack and puts what we have. More or less our spiritual needs.
Good. Today, Radhika Rupa, tell this to Bhajagovinda from here.
Sorry.
Shout from here.
Oh.
He's over there.
He's gonna correct my grammar so much.
Huh?
He's gonna correct my grammar.
That's not grammar. No. Don't use grammar. This is just a normal. I want you guys to normal talk. When I'll tell you, then you go, oh, this is what you wanted. But if I tell that, then everyone will know. But I want you to tell what you just heard to Bhajagovinda. And you don't know Bhajagovinda, who is he? He's just a normal random somebody.
Whoa, you won't believe what we just read. Well, here in this text that we're reading right now, Krishna is saying that if we solely just devote ourselves to him, we do devotional service for him only, then whatever we have, he'll preserve it. He'll keep it safe for us. But he'll provide and add on to like what we don't have. So if we're lacking in any department, no need to worry. Krishna's here to take care.
Nice, that's good, that's very good. So first word was bro, that's nice. Something like that, you more natural way. Right? Doesn't mean you brother, natural way. Right? So Sunil, tell this to Praveen. What you just heard?
Praveen,
So you're gonna go like this. Praveen, where are you?
Hey, you are hiding. So, Praveen, you might have seen this tagline in India Life Insurance Corporation of India. They put that way, Yoga Kshema Mohamyam.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
The protection from insurance company.
Yes. So
Wow.
they took it from Bhagavad Gita to just that they are protecting your money in their life insurance corporation, but the true protector is Sri Krishna. So,
Manisha, tell us the story.
So we just read this text, and it's basically saying, for those who worship Krishna and just do that, meditating on that, He'll take care of us, our spiritual needs. We have existing stuff, and He'll preserve that. But anything that we're missing, He'll also give us that. So it's like all in one, just taking care of us.
Okay, now everyone who heard Dina and Praveen and Rajgovanda, did you feel conviction in those the way it was brought to you? Honestly, I don't know. Go ahead.
I mean, I wasn't convinced.
I wasn't convinced. Great. Dina, laughing. Don't convince. Praveen, you convinced? You believe LSE more than Krishna? Sure. And who else was convinced? You told Praveen first? Because you were convinced?
Yeah.
Great. Now, quickly, we'll do it in a convincing way. Now, Krishna from Kapisha.
Oh, we just read in the Bhagavad Gita how if we simply worship Krishna with our full attention and devotion, anything that we go through that devotion, whatever we offer to Him, even if it's just a little bit, everything else, He will come and meet us halfway. He'll meet us 70% of the way. As long as we put in that little bit of effort entirely with full conviction, He'll make sure that we reach that 100%.
Convincing? Okay. Dina, your turn now. Convince her.
Okay.
Convince her. You're selling a product, think like this.
Okay. So from the text, what I get out of it is that if we fully give ourselves, then we will have nothing to worry, and everything that we lack will be provided for, and everything that we have will be sustained.
Was convincing or nah? Or
Mostly.
Mostly, okay. Yeah, don't feel personal, okay, it's only a presentation. So basically, did you guys hear? You know what I just heard? We have been reading Bhagavad Gita all our life, but we just found a place. Krishna is making a promise that whatever we do in terms of towards Him, He is going to take care of it. Just change your own words, don't have to say exactly. So the excitement to find out that Krishna is promising us that He is going to give us everything that we are missing and preserving what we already have. So this kind of excitement has to be there. You know, the two moms are discussing, what does your kid like more? What does your kid like more? You say, oh, my kid loves Legoland. Oh, my kid loves Disney or what is it called this place? Universal. Can be like this. So the excitement the parents have to discuss about their kids stuff, even nothing to do with them. But their kids love because they love their kids so much. So we have a chance now to love Krishna a little bit like this now because He is giving us a promise. So that excitement that has to be there, that yes, oh my God, Krishna's promise is there. He's going to take care of us. So reading the Gita, Bhagavad, many other books, if you just read it as a text, it will always keep external. We need to become this year more closer to Krishna. This is why we want to be closer. Because now, whose Krishna is this?
Mine.
Exactly, who said that? Your Mataji said, only Mataji. No one else. Only Mataji said, only my Krishna. Everyone should say, this is my Krishna. Now, my Krishna, who is known to be doing all the mischiefs and every naughty things and this and that, and Vraja Prasidham, Navri the Chauram is known as the famous in Vraja. What is known as the famous word? What? Who? In Vraj. Vraja Prasidham Navnita Chauram. Chauram is what?
The
Thief. He's not the famous thief. Now the same person, Krishna is promising us now. Feel more relaxed now. It's easy that yes, He's promising us, He will take care of us. Provided we give Him exclusive devotion. Right? So, an exclusive devotion is what? What does it mean in simple English? Exclusive devotion. One pointed. Okay.
Fourth.
One and only.
One and only.
Undivided.
other desire for material advancement or liberation or anything like that.
Whether I get material or not get material, I want to get Krishna. Now, whatever I'm missing, okay, I'm missing a TV, I'm missing a house, I'm missing a life partner, is he going to give this thing to us? Prabhuji clarified that. No material desires. Krishna desire. You know, we have been hearing this line in ISKCON for quite so many times, so long time, that we need to balance our... What is wrong in the sentence now? Huh? Balance. No, yes, you're right, in a way. No balance. We don't want any more balance. We only want
Krishna.
spiritual life. That is our life. Otherwise, we're telling Krishna, Krishna, keep me away from you. Because I'm going to go to Disney, I'm going to go to this, I'm going to go to this, Legoland, whatever. I'm telling Krishna, keep me away from you. Because I want to balance means, keep me away from you, Krishna, please. Give me a break. I can't come to you all the time. I can't do things all the time. Even though we have duties at home too. We have to be careful. Because whatever I tell Krishna, he will say, stand, yes, it will happen. So, missing in this sense, with Prabhuji nicely said, desires, mental desires. He is Krishna saying that you can come to me in many different ways and feel happy and ecstatic in a lot of ways, but you can also feel one way of happiness with Krishna is through
Love.
Connecting to him through the GPS system?
yeah, start with the U.
Uniting.
Union. And the other way to experience Krishna love is through? And Mahaprabhu came to give which one to us? Very nice, everyone knows the great separation. Right? So both is there. This is the same Krishna we still worshipping in union or separation. So we don't want to feel Krishna that Krishna want to, I love you because I came here a few times, it's so wonderful, so enjoyable. You say, great, keep coming more. I'll keep you while blessing. You still want to come to me or no? That's the real love or real test of how much we want to attain Krishna. So no matter what, like Mataji said, whose Krishna is this?
My
Mine. We have to say it now, or not to me, on our own, in our own heart, in our own mind. This is my Krishna. Right? My Krishna in the form of it, I'm going to try to use it here. Become a more personal. This the only way we can understand. And then the devotees of Prabhupada, Krishna, devotees of Krishna, like Prabhupada, will help us get into the where? Get in where? Krishna's?
Back to God.
Krishna's pastimes. But not yes. This Krishna is same Krishna who was eating, or we don't have to picture here, eating prasadam with everybody. Brother is there. So these are the different ways that we can understand how Krishna wants us to come to Him. Not by asking us to do something, because it always becomes an exchange, a deal. In the beginning we have to do some deal, but after some time there is to go out. Like the following of 4 regulative principles. Right? Now, how strictly we should follow that? 100%. Yes. Good. Exclusive. 100%. But that is not, just by following the 4 regs, is it going to make me a devotee of Krishna?
No.
Why not? Then you answer the question by saying, who else is practicing that already without any troubles?
Yes.
Who?
I mean, the Christian just follow the regs.
Yeah.
Make a devotee. A devotee has different grades of devotee. And this, that's why you find in 4:11, Krishna says, Yetamam Papayantam Kadavajami. As they surrender unto me.
Yeah, no, there's no surrender. There's no surrender. Only following the 4 regs.
So if you follow that, that's some surrender. Some.
Yes.
Not 100%.
Some, yeah. But
So
not
you can
exclusive.
say, even chant the holy name, if you chant it indirectly, some way.
Yeah, no, I'm saying this time not chanting, nothing to Krishna consciousness, only following the 4 regs. No chanting, no reading, no nothing, no Krishna, nothing to do with Krishna consciousness. Only 4 regs. 4 regs for us is important that we can help ourselves clarify and clean our mind and mindset, everything. But there is always a next step. That's when 4:11 comes. Okay, now we make one small step towards serving Krishna by chanting His holy name, by being seva, and of course the high level is there too. But just by doing this, we are not going to get bhakti of Krishna. Right? Everyone with me so far? So now, that's why Krishna consciousness is not only about what? Following rules and regulations. Not only about it. And the importance of following the rules and regulations is
To purify
required.
yourself.
purify ourselves, but it's only a
First step.
nice Mataji, stepping stone.
What is it? Foundation.
Foundation, first step, stepping stone. We want to get over from there, right? Because sometimes you might practice bhakti nicely and falling for Krishna's cause nicely, but you could still feel that Krishna is keeping him away from you. Oh, I'm practicing Krishna consciousness for 40 years. I'm still feeling like this. What's going on? Right? So these are the symptoms and situations that can occur in our lives. And then we will see, oh, what's going on. And then how much we are convinced to continue our bhakti life. Otherwise, Krishna consciousness, if you just think, is what? Number one, chanting, dancing,
Singing,
feasting,
Philosophy.
and sometimes fasting, like today. Right? Otherwise, if you only think of Krishna consciousness like this, then it's not clear. This is not Krishna consciousness only. We need to make it more. What do you call that? It's more to this than just about these things only. It's about austerities too. It's about chanting japa. Takes our time. Managing our time. How much more engaged we can become in providing service to Krishna. There's much more to that. Otherwise, if you come to temple only for prasadam, it's helping, but at a slower speed. Right? So how much more we can push. So now, if we think like one person here, Srila Prabhupada, what was his goal? To come out to this country, at least this country, and all over the world. What is his goal?
Spread Krishna consciousness.
Spread Krishna consciousness by how? By what? What means what?
Example. Being example.
Being example.
By distributing.
Book distribution. No, that's good. What being example? What is it called? Being example in English.
Role model.
Role model. Yes, Mataji. This is what it is required of all of us. A role model or a leader, all of us have to act like Prabhupada. You can't become Prabhupada. Act like Prabhupada. What was he doing? After he, say for example, morning Mangalarti finished, then he gives a class. What happens after that? Chanting is finished too. What is after that?
The reading Bhagavatam.
Reading Bhagavatam was after that. Finished.
Prasadam.
Prasadam after that.
Chanting.
Write books, distribute books,
Writing books.
train devotees, make them serve, do these different levels of activities, Krishna conscious activities, right? And towards the end again, Krishna book reading, then they will eat, drink some hot milk, and then sleeps for how many hours?
4 hours.
4 hours. We usually, how many hours we sleep?
6
We only allowed 4 hours. We sleep
6
4
to 8
hours.
hours. 6 to 8
Right. Yeah, I should see that on the teacher. So to get an idea of Srila Prabhupada's working ways, we already know we can't take everything, of course. What things we can take from him is something that we can all think about and ponder about, and we can discuss what is more realistic, which we can do in our lives. Right? So the most difficult part, I think, I was discussing with Suresh, is our japa. We get stuck in japa. I can do nice japa only 4 rounds. Something only 8 rounds. But 16 is always a struggle. So this discussion should not be there all our lives. All our life is most of our life. I'm working on my japa right now. I'm working on this. I'm doing, I can hold the seva, but I'm working on my japa. That has to come to that level, right? And we are here to help out everybody. But what role model Prabhupada is given to us is what? Something that we all can work on. Japa, reading, Shanam of course, then teaching others too. Like sometimes when you have home programs. As soon as the home program finishes, what the discussion changes to what? The discussion changes?
No, how's your day at work today? How's school?
Socialization. So you all know this happens. That's why I don't like home program so much. Otherwise, that's what happens. We only get together to discuss about other things as soon as the program finishes. Right? As soon as the program finishes, something else will happen. So, our role model Prabhupada has given his life doing all these things. What we can do in this room of, I can see how many leaders right here. All of you take Pure Prabhupada's instructions seriously. Just imagine you will be changing the world wonderfully in a good way. And all of us will be living happily with Krishna, not wanting to stay here more. Yes,
I have a question.
Yes, bro.
Just because you talk about role model and how we can bring the role model into daily activity. That's in a session over.
Can you
We
go
go.
mic, please?
So, Prabhu, you talked about the role model, which is excellent, and as soon as we get away from it, we go to social life and all those things. My question, which I struggle on day-to-day basis, not sure if everyone does it or not, because when you're working like 5 days a week, got to do it, the karma for us. The social aspect is very different, and transforming from the social of office to bhakti and to family, there are 3 transitions on daily activity which you have to go through. Sometimes it becomes a challenge to jump into your mind and your soul and get into devotion and then jump back into work. So how to balance those fluctuations?
Okay, so as long as we know at work, we have to be at work. We can't be changing job at work.
Yeah.
That is equals to firing, right? Firing, finish. We can't do that. So at work, do the work. And Krishna says, right, in the Gita, chapter 3, I think, that whatever work you are doing it for me only. So with this understanding that I'm working for Krishna and I have to pay attention at this work, listen to my boss's nonsense per se, and know that I am here listening whatever is required for me, and I'm going to leave everything here when I go. But the result of this, which is my paycheck basically, I'm going to share that with Krishna. That's what we're going to think of this, right? This way. And after the work is finished, 8 to 5 or how many hours. And we've done a lot of that. We voluntarily accepted ourselves to take ourselves in that environment. If I work for Disney, I work for an IT company, for Horizon, no one pushed me there, right? I pushed myself there. So now I have to accept those things that are going to happen in this 8-hour world. People eat nonsense things around you and what to do, doesn't smell good, what to do. Because I have accepted it. Because I'm not concerned about these things, my concern is the result, which is the paycheck at the end of the day. And that's what I'm going to share with the Krishna, with the family, and in terms of offering them prasadam of Krishna, just offer to him. That's it. With the work life, we have to do this much. We cannot, no. Now, after work is finished, we have to have some kind of guidelines in our life that I'm not going to take any calls or something. And sometimes our situations are different that we are obliged to take, otherwise risk of losing your job. But other than that, if it's not that difficult, I'm not doing anything else. And that's the time you just give you some. So you are creating schedules of your work is finished. Give your 40 hours finished. And how many hours are left? How much of that I can sincerely offer to Krishna? Right? So everything else. Now, spending time home with Amay, right? What can you do? Krishna conscious, tell me. Give me some example. Krishna, you are at home. You know, regular clothes, your night dress, whatever. What can you do with Krishna? With Amay?
Krishna, snake and ladder, we have different ways of involving Amay in different Krishna activities, which brings the family and which brings the consciousness of being around or with Krishna. Like Amay asks us try best for Amay to, like, we have Krishna deity at home, to put him to bed, to put Krishna to bed, so Amay does that. So trying to involve Amay in every activity which happens in the day.
Right, and Amay is an amazing student, amazing boy. And if you remember, he's a boy. What he likes, what does the boy like? Action.
Yeah.
Right? And Prabhupada has given us wonderful stories about Krishna's action in which book? Krishna book.
Yeah.
So read him Krishna book. He doesn't have to read, don't expect him to read at this level. You read to him, you read to her. And you can read to him, both of you, or whatever time. And then explain, just read the stories of Krishna was fighting this Dvaipayana, whatever suras are there, and killed him, kicked him, and jumped in the sky. This will make him excited. Oh my God, really? So this is, you are already building an image of Krishna in him from the very beginning, right? So this is the superhero that will grow up with, other than all the others who don't exist. Right? So this is what we can do, and in no time you will be surprised to see Amay reading himself, because Prabhupada's books and the English is not that difficult, but just give them a small break. But if you think, even though I'm a devotee, I have a child and he has a needs, I have to take him to level and only to make him happy. At the end of when he's grown up, he might complain to you, I didn't want this. You thought I like this. And most of the time we get confused in our lifetimes. We think my kids might like these things. Like Sanaya, we didn't know that, but she reads nicely and even And Navya, I was giving a good explanation, maybe I'll come to you. One time she came and she read the translation and gave her own interpretation. So we only have to give them opportunity. So, but Krishna conscious activities are the, what do you call it? The most fun thing to do in the world compared to anything else. Nothing else can give us that happiness. So, at work, I'm telling you, please work, because I also work. Don't do nothing there, please. Of course, some of us who work in computer like that, we can listen to kirtans or something, which I do also. I have two skills, one skill is weather is always there, you know. So I listen to things, I look up this sloka and see what's going on there. And then Holy Spirit Prabhu, what I was saying, we had one program recently in one of our family's home, a friend's home. What is missing point from us to Krishna? What is it? Let me see if you can guess it. Us and Krishna. And I would want to say something or someone, but you might know it now.
Material. Maya. Material.
No, we are together.
Connectivity. Communication.
Love.
Thinking always.
Someone.
Radha.
Guru.
Radha.
Yes. Who is the Guru? Prabhupada. That's it, period. Nothing else will get us closer to him. Prabhupada. You have to start to knowing Prabhupada. Now, for example, if you leave, you have to go out to some work and say, Prabhu, can you leave Amay with me? Right? Now, you just will discuss, both of you will discuss, can we leave Amay with Dvaipayana Prabhu?
Right.
Then what will we discuss? First, before leaving with him, leaving him with me, what will we discuss?
Can we trust you?
Exactly.
Sorry, it's a fact.
No, it's fact, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you don't know me, you don't know anybody. Can we trust him? Oh, he is great, I know. Oh, no, he did something, I don't know. Like this. Naturally. You following me, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, same thing we have to do with Prabhupada too.
Yeah.
Prabhupada said this Krishna is science. And we have to evaluate the situation. And now with a lot of experiences, not only here, all everywhere, we know Prabhupada's words can be trusted. He provides us the great connection and security at the same time in his own words. So we have to, all of us have to become close to Prabhupada, knowing him personally first, and then only. In chapter 3, text 42, 342, he talks about something which is in us. Let's see if anyone remembers. Maybe I can ask you. Is something in us that has to be released. And funny enough, or not funny, serious enough, there's nothing in Krishna, nothing about Krishna consciousness he talks. He talks about this point. Nothing Krishna consciousness. That's what I like what Prabhupada is doing, because he doesn't just start with talking, going, everybody should go to temple, start doing this, no. Understand why there's a big need for these things. Follow me. What is there in our bodies which has to find a release, has to vent out? It's a four-letter word, starting with L. Lust.
That's 247.
No, please hold it. I'm talking about Prabhupada. What does Prabhupada speak? In the Prabhupada translation of the Vishnu, in the Prabhupada, right? Yeah. That's why we need to get all the Prabhupads in our heads as much as we can. And once anybody starts a little bit of taste of Prabhupada, you'll get crazy. Divana, Divana. English means crazy. Divana means I cannot live without Prabhupada. Like people in the movies, when the boy or the girl, this is what you're going to get to the stage. You cannot live without Prabhupada's meaning and saying. You want to look for more. Sometimes we'll say something in only one line. There's very famous one-liners. Prabhupada's very famous one-liners. So what has to come out from our body? Can you read that part only? Read the first part. This is the first part of the translation. Sorry, Prabhupada. Do you hear it, Krishna? Okay, give one mic in front of Krishna. One mic should be here. We have 3 mics extra.
Purport. The senses are different outlets for activities of lust.
Lust of Prabhu. Different outlets for? Different outlets for?
Activities of lust.
Different outlets of activities of lust. Only one thing. Now, we all know that I am not that lusty. Lusty is something only sexual claims, anything. Like lusty for name, fame, adoration. All these things are lusty, really lusty. How many of us can say I am that lusty? You don't accept that, right? But this is science. the body will have only one thing that has to come out through the outlet of the senses. Looking, tasting, touching, feeling. These are senses. And through this only lust will come out.
Lust is reserved within the body, but it is given vent through the senses.
Hold on. Oh, heavy, right or no? Making sense or no? Anyone is confused still? Lust is reserved within the body and will, in your own words, you can say.
Its outlet is the senses.
Oh my God. Are you saying 922 or 342? I'm confused now. I know. No, I'm saying I was this came up like this. I just want to give New Year today and I want to make sure we're all focused properly. Understanding Srila Prabhupada's words. And now we all can go home and read this again. We'll do this later on, offline as well. Lust is reserved in the body and it has to come out. It has to come out. Now, the solution we all know has to come out in the sense if we do what?
Let it out.
How? By
Chanting.
By chanting, right? But the general word is what? Engaging the senses in
Krishna's devotional
Nice.
service.
Krishna service.
Amazing. Amazing. Haridas Thakur was doing what? And who came to him?
Maya Devi at first.
Prostitute. What did he said?
Later.
Let me finish the service.
Did he say no?
No.
That's why in ISKCON, Krishna comes to Hare Krishna, we never say control or stop. That was being said. Now we have to change a lot of terms. Otherwise we'll never move ahead. We always feel for these principles, control, stop, no. Engaging the senses in the mind. We cannot control the mind. No one can. Arjuna was baffled, cannot control the mind. He said, I control the wind, not the mind.
Yeah.
We can't control either of them. So he said, it's difficult. But Krishna said, don't worry, these are controllable things. You make them your friends. If you can't become enemies, how do you say it? Become one of them. When you can't, we can beat them, join them. There you go. We can beat them, join them. So we can beat the mind, make the mind your friend by engaging what? The mind?
Krishna
In
service.
No, no.
Krishna's
The senses. Can you engage the mind in Krishna service?
Very
Yes, possible, but difficult. So we engage the
sense.
and what is 342 talk about overall? Remember? Yeah, the 5 things. Anyone know the 5 things? Order? Give me any order.
Dull matter, mind, intelligence.
Dull matter, senses.
Mind, intelligence, and
Soul. Yeah, soul is already sleeping state. Soul is sleep. You can also wake up the soul by engaging everything in line. Then the soul will be like, oh wow, I'm a devotee of Krishna. I thought I was a devotee of Maya. Then the soul will wake up and then realize and go back to body. So at least this is some small memory of revision what we did. 342 and the Prabhupada is amazing. Prabhu. Make sure you guys read this one, right? And it's really nice to explain. So once we understand how Prabhupada, like we all have close friends in our lives, right? Some of the friends, company we like more than other friends because they're full of excitement. They have some amazing stories to tell. Even some of them are unbelievable, but the way they deliver the dialogue, the speech, everything. Right? So we have this kind of people in our lives. So Srila Prabhupada is, his purpose is what? Who is Srila Prabhupada? Sharadi always tells us this. What does Srila Prabhupada have special that no one else has? You always tell your devotee friends.
I don't know right now. What are you? Oh, keys, yeah. Backdoor keys.
Srila Prabhupada has the key to Krishna's back door. So now, I'm diverting so much here, but why do you think Prabhupada could say this? Why do you, this thing, don't think of right or wrong. Why do you think Prabhupada could say this? I have the keys to Krishna's back door.
Because he had firm faith in his
I like that. I like that.
Prabhupada promised that he will take us back.
Right. Yeah. But now, in a natural way, if someone says, I have the key, and I like the answer he gave, Krishna gave him, which is very true. Now, did anyone else say this? You have heard from anybody in your life till now who has said this, that I have keys to Krishna's back door? No. We haven't heard from anybody. If you know, if you want to keep looking, you can keep looking. If someone can tell you this, no one can say this. So if Prabhupada can say, I have his back door keys, don't you think he also can take us to the front door too? Yes, right? Yes or no? This simple analogy of the terms what is saying. So if he has the back door, that means, why did he say back door? Now think about this part now. Front doors.
Because it's a family.
This family?
If you know somebody, your family.
No. He is good. Prabhupada is good. He can do this. The relation to which he said for us to be taken through the back door.
Because the back door is like the,
Yeah.
that's like the whole thing. That's like for
No, see the right answer here. Because we are rascals. We are
Yes.
unworthy. We are crazy. We will still do mistake. Even though Prabhupada comes himself and takes us. We will say, Prabhupada, let me just enjoy a little bit. That much.
He's giving a guarantee.
He is giving the guarantee. To who? He is giving the guarantee. No, that's true. That's true. Who is he giving the guarantee to?
To the rascals.
Prabhu, he's rascal devotees. Today, the lady mother sent me a video. Wake up, rascals, small video. Don't sleep too much. See, we come to temple, we wake up officers, wake up, we talk so much nicely, great. But we know when you go out, we have some difficulties and struggling, maintaining that same mood that we create here right now. That's why in this session is about interaction and discussion of how to understand the person first, then we can understand his book. So only reason we take someone to the back door, sneaking wise, because we're doing something wrong right now. So we are not even qualified, and he wants to help us. So what can we do in this life?
Surrender to him. Surrender on
What can we do in this life to make him feel it worthwhile? Exactly, that's it. Please read his book. And then study his books also. You start with reading at least, and then study his books. You want to be, like every one of us have a favorite actor, a movie actor, or some of you watch movies, right? We all have this. So we have to make sure Prabhupada that actor, the famous, the favorite actor. And he has done those many things, but there's not any people from here who can give him out like this. We have to give him out like this. Then you're, oh my God, really? Prabhupada was funny also, so many times. Right? One time, what was going on? Prabhupada was performing the Guru Puja of his Guru Maharaj. And he had the conch. And in the conch we do water. And then we pour the water. Right? On the bowl. On the bowl. So he asks his devotees, give me a bowl. And Kirtan is going on. So if you hear the word bowl, while Kirtan is going on, what do you make it out? Hari bowl. It's not Hari bowl. So this is what sometimes, Prabhupada has done a lot of things in this way that we don't figure out what he's going to mean. But excitement of being with him and whatever he's saying just makes us more excited. So one pastor quickly remembered. But okay, 606. Let's see how much can we go again. Okay, good. That much was good enough. This is New Year. I want everyone to, that's why I do things are more in a social, impersonal way. Like the great socialization should happen in temple about Krishna. Right? The socialization means, or we can say spiritualization or spiritual socialization. How we can term what the terms of how we say. Okay. Yeah. So we are beginning this new year. We want to see where we want to go in this life. Closer to Krishna, great. Now add another thing to it. With the help of, that's it. Now good. That's clear now. Help, closer to Krishna with the help of Srila Prabhupada. Okay, the keyword here, what is the keyword here? 2 words. Okay, everyone got it. Exclusive devotion. Now what is exclusive devotion? Chanting Hare Krishna, 4 hands. Okay, so we'll read this now. Who was the man? Avi, Prabhu, can you do this one?
Prabhupada is imagination, Prabhupada.
Jai.
One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self-realization. So that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Say a few words.
Exclusive devotion explains it right there. But for ours, we should always be even dreaming about Krishna. So, yeah, Srila Prabhupada did a good job in explaining that.
Right. And any example of any devotees, 24 hours being Krishna conscious? Today's world, that today means that not Mahaprabhu's time. They already hear the answer. Very nice. Ayanda Prabhu, some of you have heard the Ayanda Prabhu's name. If you not, then you can ask Kavi to tell you more about him. So Ayanda Prabhu was one of the devotees. He's not here with us a few 10 years ago, something like that does. But fully Krishna consciousness. What was he doing? Chanting
24 hours.
24 hours, and he introduced the 24 chanting anyways. Chanting on Japa, plus chanting Mahamantra, and training all the younger devotees. Did you was with him? Before time, okay, but he never wanted to, what happened to that time when he was there? He was a baby. Okay, good to know that. So at least someone in our time was doing this, right? And devotees also in our country here, US, they have this holy name festivals going on, right? So we have to make sure that we can engage in this. Last week was amazing. Oh, I'm talking about last week here. You guys were the one. New city, of course, Orlando city. In this temple, most of you were here. And that was the first time for me to experience the bliss in which the mood was being offered to the Lord. Even the Lord was sleeping. He said, open my door. He woke up again for us. The Lord was sleeping. They were so excited that the curtain opened. Even the curtain was closed. Everything was put to sleep. He said, no, wake me up. So this is what is required, sincere devotion. 24 hours, whatever hours we do, how long does it take us to become Krishna conscious?
1 second.
No one saying the right thing, what Prabhupada said. 1 minute. 1 minute, also 1 moment. 1 minute, good. Now you're done. Such a devotee to the end of the paragraph. Oh, this is it? Wait, 1 second.
Yeah.
Wow. Very good. Well, my such a devotee. Yeah.
Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Keshava Shan refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga, and when he becomes fully Krishna consciousness, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable conditioned life.
So such a devotee. You very feedback?
So whoever's always thinking about Krishna and can't stop thinking about him, even to think about absolutely anything else for a few seconds only, they can reach the Lord no matter what. They can just get there instantly. And because of the Lord and by His grace, He can they don't come back ever to this material world. And yeah.
The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. Thank you. Very nice. So, okay. So in this text, such a devotee is undoubtedly approaching the Lord without difficulty. Now, difficulty is one thing that we all have in our lives. What could be those difficulties that make it difficult for us to approach the Lord? Let's do the opposite here. Here says, such a devotee undoubtedly approach. What are those difficulties which can make our approach doubtful, difficult to approach? Just throw up some thoughts here, which is happening actually in your life. Now, some of you may have overcome those things. Great, good job. And some of you are not there. We must bring it out, otherwise we will still stay at home, stuck with those things, and we'll never move closer. Everyone's following my question here? What are those things you could think could be becoming some hindrances, some difficulties in our closer to Krishna? Kalash?
I'd say wavering faith, like not having very good faith in the word of Shastras or Prabhupada.
No, do you go through that?
Like, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Okay, good.
Like accepting Mahaprabhu as a like Supreme Lord.
Okay.
Those things.
Okay. So you go if so you go there. What is your difficulty?
Initially, I felt at leisure time watching Netflix or shows for sure. I mean, instead of doing like reading Prabhupada's book, just watching something which is of no use.
Okay, so watching shows or movies, we are living in this one world where movies and shows are there, exist, but in what context we should take them, right? So we can take those movies and shows in terms of finding some hints or ideas, some positivity which we can apply in our lives. We don't want to engross, okay, I love this actor, I'm going to watch all the movies of this actor. It's not like that, right? No, that's not like the goal. The goal is like, Srila Prabhupada was watching which movie in the plane? Charlie Chaplin. And the devotees of Prabhupada, we should be watching the movie. Prabhupada was out laughing, laughing, right? So, but there's a hidden thing, okay, now I should also become a comedian like him. No. There's something good for health, laughing is nice and some relaxation, and finished. So sometimes there could be some shows. So what we can do, all of us, before starting watching a show like that, get some reviews online. So some shows could be helping us to develop our mind, maybe. Right? There could be some discussions about distress, problems, whatever's going on, how to curb it. There's a lot of Netflix has a lot of, what do you call this?
Documentaries.
Documentaries. What to eat, what not to eat, what to eat, that sort of things. You can see, oh my God, I don't see anymore. So those things you can review and watch that along with everybody so you can get some understanding, some education. That way you could. I'm not going to say don't stop doing it because we live in this world, it's going to be very difficult. But to broaden our mindset and if you need some help, those documentaries are not going to be something wrong. It's good to help you guys. Whoever thinks they should. I'm not saying everyone should start watching Netflix, get a subscription. But if something can help you, your kids, or someone, those things, show them those things and apply them back. Like there's one show which I also like in Netflix, but it's all finished now. Survivor. How many films Survivor show? Right? What is it about in the Survivor show?
Surviving.
No, it's not, of course, surviving. But only one person can get
to the top.
$1 million. $1 million. For us, $1 million is Krishna. So we could think of those things. What can I do? And you have to do everything in the right way, then only you will get that thing. Right? So what we can do in this way is our association, relationship building, service, understanding each other devotee situations and problems, doing your own sadhana, maintaining lots of things to be done in devotee's life. A devotee has no free time, basically. No free time. Prabhupada said this also, he also executed himself. There's no free time for a devotee. This is how we can be Krishna consciousness. Not only thinking about Krishna, but thinking about a friend who has difficulty thinking about Krishna and how I can help the person in a pleasing way. Not just, hey, you should have come temple every Sunday or like this. This is Krishna consciousness. Yes? You hear something? Yeah.
Time. Managing time is always the biggest challenge, and I know it's easier to say than done sometimes,
Yeah.
but you keep contemplating because something or the other always hold priority, whether it's cleaning, working, studying, or all those things. Then mindset is for Krishna consciousness you should do mala, japa, bhajan, all those things, and sometimes few things get envy.
How do you think some regular people, sometime in their life, they become millionaires? You have heard stories, right?
Yeah.
People become millionaires. There's also some shows that do people in the 30 become millionaires. How do you think, or anybody can also answer this question, how do you think they can become millionaires? Or they have become millionaires from? They were born, 0, 5 years, nothing, they know nothing. And next 25 years, 30 years, they are millionaires. You want to say something?
Well, sometimes they just have the money from
No, let's remove the inheritance right now.
Investments. A lot of people like that, they invest early on.
Okay, you're getting the answer, but you're saying the actual thing. The act what they did.
They are earning it from past life, previous life, whatever.
No. That's easier to understand, of course. It is true, just accept it, but
Their hard work, their persistence and hard work.
So Prabhu, through habits and time management. So there are actually there are books written on this, 7 habits of successful people. So I think the most, but actually it's such a good analogy, because what I mostly relate is that all the people who really achieve big and do big, they do it.
start asking for a microphone before you speak, so it's always.
Sorry, Prabhu. So
because no, we're recording also, so it helps to be recorded.
Yes, I'll be conscious. So, 7 habits of successful people. So, one of the main habits which I always gravitate to, as when I compare whether you're materially successful or spiritually successful, is waking up early in the morning and disciplining your body, disciplining yourself, organizing your time, not wasting any time. I think these are the habits that all these successful people across the board carry, and all the successful spiritual devotees across the board carry. So I think that to me is that the key to that, being organized, being a millionaire of Krishna's love, or being a millionaire of material wealth.
So your gurus are there in your house.
He tries to wake me up. I don't get up in the morning.
Yeah, just one bucket of cold water. He'll jump right away. Hare Krishna. So millennial, I want to bring up this point. Prioritizing, understanding, reading about how to become a millionaire. You have to have the desire and goal. Then they get it. Even for finding a job, right? If you want to find even a job, you have to work. Finding a job also a job, right? You have to work for that part. Then you know you'll get a job. If you don't do nothing, you know your parents can feed you for some time, but not all the time. But then you cannot get it. But you have to study the part, and become millennial I'm talking about, because it's kind of comparing with the value part, highest value. These young kids, students, whoever they are, male, female, they are figuring out themselves by planning, prioritizing, studying, organizing, disciplining everything. The next thing we all know, they comes with the TV news, youngest millennial of this year, whatever, right? So this is how. So now coming back to your questions, Prabhu, how you are finding yourself difficult situations, stuck in difficult situations, is what? Is what is caused by what? Some of those things. So what we need now, your goal is now, then you have to figure out what is my goal, what is my vision. So in your goal, you're going to become millionaire in terms of getting Krishna devotion, right? So as much as time I can get, that is our value, our wealth. As much as time can I get to perform Krishna's services. And you can start working on a smaller section, right? If I'm sleeping 10 hours, what can I do with that? Play around somehow or other. If I'm eating 2 hours, taking 2 hours to eat lunch, figure out that, right? And then, of course, you can read, talk to Asta and other people there. And the different activities that you're doing. And that, but the point I want to bring up to everybody is that time is never a situation in anyone's life. This is the real truth. Time is not a difficult part in anybody's life. What is the part they're not focusing more on? Is developing the
time management.
Taste. Once you get the taste, you'll spend all the time fulfilling that taste. So we haven't developed the taste yet of Krishna conscious bhakti. Otherwise, everything that comes out to us as rules and regulations, Prabhuji said, Mataji said, do this, right? What is our own individual taste? Where can we find that? Is the question right now. And this equates to studying Srila Prabhupada's books. Right? Because he has given this to us, not I'm not doing this on my own. Yeah. He has given this to us. So we have to follow his book, his reading, his guidance to study and see also his other followers, how much they encourage. You can see Upananda Prabhu here, the youngest devotee, dancing all the time, singing all the time, as they do, always in the Harinam, right? Taking care of the temple nicely too, different ways. So, brother, ask him, where do you get this taste from doing all these things? So, different devotees can help you, guide you, and then you consolidate and see what I can do in my life, small things. Now, when we have small child, like Abhay, what did Prabhupada said about that part? When you have a small child, who is the child? The child is your, I don't think if you heard that.
Krishna's.
The child is your deity. This is not the deity anymore. The child is the deity. But make sure you teach him Krishna consciousness. Don't just take him to Lord. So give him Krishna consciousness, that's your focus. Right? So you are being Krishna conscious while being with Amay, while teaching him Krishna conscious stuffs and other things and readings and games. There's so many things available out there. So you are still Krishna conscious. Don't think about Krishna consciousness by playing with him. Even playing sometimes computer games with Krishna, something to do with that. So this is now why a person is not going to do anything else than Krishna consciousness. Why don't I want to play a regular game? Then only a Krishna conscious game.
Taste.
Exactly. Taste. Right? Taste. How many of you played Back Home, Back to Godhead? Who was there last time? Some of you, no. They're not here today. But you guys played, right? Back to Godhead game. Back to Godhead game, Gopi Bhav has them. Maybe you should bring him one time and show them. It's a really fun game and really scary game too. And sometimes those initiated devotees always beg the regular principals to come down, have to go back to school again. To go back. It's a funny game, but it's a real nice game to get the feel of it, So the reason, you guys both said, time as a taste is there. That's why you're doing this, nothing, anything else. So all we have to do is bring Krishna in the center. Now how many people are in your family?
3 and 4.
No, just say, we'll leave one aside right now, for example.
Three.
How many are in your family?
3 and 1 dog.
3 and 1 dog.
How many are in your family?
3.
How many?
Krishna.
Oh.
Krishna.
4. There you go. Good answer right there. 4 in the family, right? So take care of Asta, Ame, dog, and Krishna. Right? Dog and God was together. Now we have to see him like this. And the situation like this. Krishna has to be given what? Priority or time. I would say time first and then priority later on when you start knowing who is he. I don't know. So you have to give time to Asta. You have to give time to Amay. Mom is there too. But then same way Krishna. Now Amay, you have to talk to him nicely. May, now it's 5 a.m. or whatever a.m. or time p.m. It's time for Krishna. Let's go and read Krishna book. Let's do some arti with him together. Not let him play iPad and you do arti. No, it won't happen. Right? And then the younger kids will grow up like some of the younger kids are learning Krishna Prema. Since when you do Krishna consciousness? His birth, right? And you want to do something else now? Just checking, bro. Simply, right? Right. So there is devotees, younger devotees sitting here can also become an encouraging to ours to coming up families and parents, how they are keeping up Krishna consciousness, being so young. Oh, don't forget Manisha. Right? Her father is also correct her chanting. That's what her father doing about chanting. He didn't care about her school and work. Your chanting is not good, not clear, chant nicely. He didn't say, oh, your marks are not good, go to school. Maybe he said that, but second priority. First priority was chanting. Japa. This is what's going on our real, what do you call it? Graduation is this. We get out of this material world is real graduation. Naved is read that we will not want to come back home. And then Krishna wants us to go back home. And even we try so much and we can't get it, get our path back, what will Prabhupada do?
Give it back.
Sneak us in. Because we are still good for nothing. Sneak us in. Right? Oh, make sense? So, coming up New Year, first Sunday of New Year, we all have to. Prabhu, you okay? You're very seriously listening everything, man.
I'm recording everything what you are saying.
Oh my God. Say something, Prabhu, please say something at least. Share some knowledge.
No, so
You came just from India. He's a wonderful. Neeraj is a very wonderful devotee. And he makes sure he comes here with the family and Nishi is so nicely sitting down, listening.
So a lot of things, Prabhu, right? That you were talking about the books, right? So I came across, when I was in India, right? I found a lot of good books, for kids, especially in ISKCON Vrindavan, and I got a couple of books. It's in my car right now. I was planning today, I can teach kids, if they are interested. I have, some Krishna from ISKCON Desire Tree, right? There's some Krishna color papers as well. So we were planning, but again, kids want, I can teach them. I have the book in my car. But so that is one. Second thing, Prabhu, I know what I talked about. So I just wanted to mention that, we discussed all the class, but again, so that, important point here is, if I take one step towards Krishna, he will run and he will pull me towards himself. So, one step we go and then he comes 10 steps towards us.
Yeah.
I am thinking he will come.
That's something you should have, that he will not lose me. Because I want him to run.
Yeah.
Krishna, no, just 10 steps, okay, not today. Not more. I have 5 more years to live. So I like this one.
So that is one. And other thing, that I was teaching Nishi yesterday, and probably she can read about it. So one nice book I got, Gita Wisdom of Tales. And I was teaching her yesterday about, if we give something to Lord, with love, He will give us everything, whatever He has, or whatever you are desiring. Like one of the story is, when a fruit seller was coming in Vrindavan, right? And then, Krishna wanted to have fruits, so he just got some grains from his little tiny hand. And by the time he reached the fruit seller, he had literally nothing, just little bit of grains. But that, fruit seller, she was so, happy to see Krishna, she gave the fruits. And in return, Krishna gave him all the jewels, whatever she could think of. So the point here is, if we just, love Krishna, He will give us everything, whatever we are desiring for. He is our Supreme Father and He knows what I need, what is good for me. So I need to have full faith and trust on Him, and He will find the best thing for me.
That's what, thank you for being seriously focusing on the studies and coming down always as usual. Yeah, thank you all, everyone who is joining those calls, Bhagavatam calls and Chaitanya calls is very important. That's really changing our life. If you want to join, you can ask her to put the link. Just at least here at the beginning and see what's going on. I had pulled up a text, but we are running out of time right now. But this last here, this bhajan is very wonderful bhajan. Maybe one of you would have seen. Madhava Mahotam Minati Karoto Hai. Which means that I'm pleading your blessing. So here, oh Madhava, with this offering of Tulsi and Prasad, I beseech you and pledge service, right? So in the last one it says, you will not reject me. Which means there's a chance that Krishna can reject me too sometime. But we still have to continue our service. Alright? Thank you very much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Go Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.